First opened in 1975, resurrected in 2006, we welcome you inside the Caesars Superdome, the home of the Saints, here in downtown New Orleans. The crowd is alive and with good reason. It's the NFL playoffs, the best time of the year, and off we go on EA Sports. Here's 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early. And we see it here. Nice first play pickup. Fresh set of downs.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's 2nd down.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. He'll look to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. That's the safety, Percy Butler. And the Niners will take over possession here at the 44.
Yeah, that's just a tough break here in the early going of this postseason, Mike. Everyone stresses the value of the ball, especially in the playoffs. Not only does that interception put an end to this drive, but it also gives all the momentum here early to their opponent.
And he'll get forward for about a yard. George Karlaftis there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Purdy. Going up top. That is caught. And he will score. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, San Francisco. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And that's not going to yield a whole lot up to about the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll throw out of the gun. A throw on the move is caught. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And That's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Throwing now from the gun. Brought in by Chris Olave. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Sam Laporta. And he's going to be taken down. Here's Cook. And he'll plunge forward to the 2. Setting up 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3.
Although I would have liked to have seen them throw the ball on one of the 2 prior downs, now after getting stopped twice, Mike, they haven't gained an inch on the ground. I think on 3rd down, you have no choice but to put the ball in the hands of your quarterback and see if he can make a play through the air.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. The back of the end zone. He's got it. A.T. Perry. Touchdown Saints. Try here for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Saints will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. First and 10. Throwing from the gun is Purdy. And that ball incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. They can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes. It's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the shotgun. He'll hand this one off. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. He manages to get the throwaway and completes it. And he's going to be out of bounds. They mark him at the 35-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. 42 yards. So after from the 35, it's 1st and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. Ooh! drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to be brought down just outside the 10-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Austin brought in motion. He'll get a couple, mark him down at the 3. Third and short. Purdy. This one is hauled in. Are the feet in bounds? Yes. Danny Gray. Touchdown, 49ers. Extra point up and good from Moody. And the 49ers will move out to a 14-7 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Start on the ground, and he'll get this just past the 45 as he's taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll drop to throw. Open man downfield, it's Laporta. He is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. So the big play gets him down close, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll go with the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it, they are going to mark him short. They'll run with Cook. And he will take this one across into the end zone. James Cook, touchdown, New Orleans. No problem there on the extra point. Saints will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This one taken at the 7. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. First and 10 for Purdy. He'll throw it left and has his running back. 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Purdy now, he'll throw on first down. Going for it all. He's got it! That is a big gain for the 49ers. An even 40 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have first and goal. Here's a run. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. A little closer. Here's second and goal. They'll go with him again. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. On is Moody to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the 49ers have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Downfield, that's Perry. He's got it. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line.
As that play unfolded, Mike, I thought he was going to have a chance to find the end zone for the second time here today. And I'll be honest, if I'm the play caller, at the end of this drive, I might give him one more shot at the end zone. But either way, they got to be thinking coming away here with 6.
And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It'll come with 36 ticks left on the first half clock. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. He'll go right and find his running back.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
Now a 3rd and 2. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Saints going to use their 2nd timeout.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
Patterson's kick is good. And the Saints will cut the lead down to 4.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll begin here on the ground. Pass midfield to the 45. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. 17. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Who survives? Whose season continues on to next week? One half to decide it. Time for the third quarter of the NFC wildcard game. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And let's give him about 4 on that one. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll go play action with Purdy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
To the right side here, pass is caught. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's 4th down. They'll go with Purdy. And he's going to have the 49ers 1st down. Well-designed play to pick up 16 and move the chains.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. Not much there, maybe a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
That's taken in. It's James Cook. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
It really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize how many yards do I need to get for the first down, and just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side, he's got it. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Cook. And the Saints are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That is intercepted. He's to midfield. Still on the move. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, 49ers. What a time for a pick 6 for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick 6.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick 6 them, and you're able to extend that lead.
So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. He'll find his running back, Cook. That one good for a dozen and a very quick first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He's got his tight end. That's Laporta. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. His throw on first down is going to be incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They'll run straight ahead with Cook. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5. And here comes third down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. To the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
So instead of celebrating a touchdown, he's just heading back to his huddle trying to keep his head up as everyone kind of looks at him sideways. If that ball hits your hands at this level, you've just got to make the catch. That's what your quarterback's counting on. That's what your teammates are counting on. Frankly, that's what this entire stadium's counting on. I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more. It's always a little bit of a letdown when you find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal makes it a 1-score game here in the 4th quarter as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground. And a short pickup past the 25. Second down and 8. From the gun, it's Purdy. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Big-time opportune set there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. The offense not coming off the field, and here's 4th down. Now Purdy. That's incomplete. Derek Hall on 4th down. Does not work out. And it results in a turnover on down.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other side.
14 on the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
How often do we hear, Mike, when a team is trailing by 8, everyone says, well, it's still a one-possession ball game. Yeah, but that's only if you can convert the two-point try, which is kind of 50-50. So they got to stay.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Past midfield. He's inside the 30. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, San Francisco. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Now, right on the heels of the pick 6, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We saw a great example of it here.
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Purdy works out of the pistol. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up